Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are doing the Shrine of Secrets review for the 29th of September 2021. To be honest, I don't really have anything to mention in this intro part now. We did get a PTB yesterday with a bunch of really good changes that I've been talking about on Twitter. Other than that, really, I don't really have anything to segue into or talk about for a minute or so. So I think we're just going to get started right off the bat. I've got a bit more time today than last week, so we're going to get started, I think. First of all, we have Adrenaline, which is a Meg perk, and this one is crazy. It's super good. I've talked about this one before, but basically when the last gen is done, you instantly heal a health state, you get a giant speed boost of 5 seconds, you wake up if you're asleep, it ignores the exhausted status effect, and then you are left exhausted after that. So what it means by triggers when it's exhausted, basically it will, so if you've used a perk like Dead Hard or Sprint Burst and you're exhausted from that, it will still trigger even if that exhaustion is still up, if that makes sense. So literally this perk will always activate if you're in a state like on the hook or being carried. Adrenaline will trigger once you are freed, so if you escape the killer grasp or when you get unhooked, you'll immediately heal up and just sprint away. Basically, this is really fucking good. This is one of the best survivor perks. It's great for endgame. This can really save your life in chases. It's also good because if there's only one gen left, it means that you don't need to waste time healing because you'll know that you'll heal from Adrenaline. So yeah, really good. I don't know what else to say. This is amazing. You probably already know about this perk. It's very popular, very powerful. Literally, there's so much that happens at once when this perk triggers. It's crazy. Next up, we have Enduring, which is a Hillbilly perk, and again, this one is pretty powerful, quite simple. You reduce the duration of pallet stuns by half, which means when you get stunned by a pallet, yes, the duration of the pallet stun is halved. That's literally it. This is really good. This is really effective in chase. This is really good for killers who struggle in chase a lot. This is what I always say, things like Bamboozle and Brutal Strength and things like that. So Wraith, Pig, Ghostface, any killers who are mainly M1 and just have pallets as a diet, this is really good for them because it means it saves you time. Even if you still have to kick the pallet, at least you don't have to sit through the few seconds of the animation of being stunned. You can of course combine this with Spirit Fury, which is really popular, where it has it so once you kick 2 pallets, the next time you get pallet stunned, it'll break the pallet. So instant pallet break comboed with 50% of the animation being cut off is very powerful. It's very good and very effective. Although you can use this by itself. I feel bad that people only like to use this with Spirit Fury sometimes, or at least used to, because Enduring's great. I use this on loads of killers. It's very good. Don't sleep on it. Next up we have Hex Blood Favor, which is a Blight perk. I literally forgot what killer it came with then. But this one has not been very popular. It's not very good. However, it's actually getting changed in this update that I talked about. So at the moment, when you hit survive with a basic attack, pallets within 60 meters get blocked by the entity as if it was Bamboozle, you know, when it blocks the windows and has a cooldown. And for this one, basically, for the update, sorry, the blocking effect now triggers off basic attacks and special attacks, and the radius has been increased, and also there's no cooldown anymore. So this should hopefully be a bit more viable. I don't know how much better it will be, but basically, yeah, it blocks pallets within a radius when you hit people. But again, it should hopefully be a bit better now because, number one, special attacks now trigger instead of just basic attacks. It has the increased meter range, things like doubled, and it also has no cooldown. So, again, I don't know how much better that's going to be. I'm on console, so I can't play the PTB, but, you know, hopefully it'll make it a bit more viable, I guess. But at the moment, don't buy it for now. Unless you want to buy it and then maybe use it once it comes out better, but probably not worth it in my opinion, either way. And finally we have Repressed Alliance, which is actually another perk that's getting updated in this update. At the moment, once you repair a generator for a bunch of time, for, you know, a certain duration, you can block the generator for 30 seconds. Basically, so the entities like claw things block the generator and stops any progress or aggression. And in the update, they're basically just doing it so they reduce the time required to activate it, so it doesn't take as long, which is pretty good. And honestly, this is literally, in my opinion, one of the most underrated perks in the game. I use this perk on a lot of different survivors. It's really good. It's really strong, actually, because it's the same thing with, like, not blocked, thrilling tremors, where all things like that, anything that blocks gens, because it means that progress can't be made on the gen, and also regression can't be used. So this is really good against Ruin, especially tier 3 Ruin, because 30 seconds of a generator that's nearly done without that 200% regression speed is crazy, because it preserves the progress. And same with Pop. If you can, this one's a bit more difficult, I guess, but if you can time it right, because Pop's only 45 seconds and Repressed Alliance is 30 seconds, maybe if you know a killer has Pop and they hook someone far away and they come over to you, you can try and time it right, I guess, and block the gen, which means you know, their Pop will run out before the gen gets released, if that makes sense. You know what I'm trying to say? Basically, it's really fucking good, basically. This perk is great, and it's going to get even better now because you don't need to work on it for as long. I think it's like 30 seconds they've trimmed off, so that's really good. And yeah, really good. It's really effective. It's decently strong. It's great against Ruin and Pop and other little niche things. Yeah, and also it shows everyone the gen aura in a white aura, so they all know that it's been blocked. Yeah, and again, if you have multiple people using this in a squad, then honestly that can be pretty strong too. So don't sleep on it. Don't sleep. Yeah, so which one should I think you buy? Adrenaline is probably up there, but Meg's a free character that you have, so I would probably do that. And Meg's other perks are really good as well. Sprint Burst and Quick and Quiet are great perks, so it's probably just worth leveling up Meg. So yeah, don't even bother with that. Enduring, I will say yes, I guess, because Hillbilly is also a free character. Hillbilly has Lightborn and Tinkerer. Tinkerer is actually really good. Lightborn is okay. I would say this one probably is his best perk because it's probably got the most universal use. A lot of killers really benefit from not having to be stunned for as long and stuff. So honestly, I would pick this up. And also Repressed Alliance. Repressed Alliance you have to get, because Cheryl is a paid character, she's DLC, and this perk alone is great. Her other perks are pretty good. She has Soul Guard and Blood Pact, which Blood Pact got kind of changed kind of recently. But please get this. Please don't sleep on this. Believe me, you will not regret it. This is absolutely worth it. Repressed Alliance is so fucking good. So please get it. Blood Favor is up to you, really. Personally, I would say no. I'd probably just say get Blight, I guess, because Blight also has Undying, and Undying is quite meh at the moment. So, you know, it's probably best to get that because it seems every killer needs that these days. So maybe just get Blight. You can maybe get it if you want to, because like I said, it is getting kind of updated and buffed soon. So, you know, maybe you want to have it for in time when it gets changed. But to be honest, I'm not really the person to go over that because, again, consoles can't play PTB. I haven't had time to watch much PTB stuff. So I haven't seen anyone use it yet or talk about it. So up to you. Mainly no, I would say. Because again, if you're going to put 2,000 shards into anything from the shrine, it's going to be repressed or enduring. But yeah. Guys, that's going to do it from me. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found this helpful. And I'll see you in the next one. That's a screenshot.